Today we're going to learn how to make a matte adventure preset in Lightroom Mobile to turn your photos from this into this with one click. Now, although we will go through all of the exact adjustments you need to make, there will also be a free Lightroom Mobile and Lightroom Desktop preset that you can get access to later in the video, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Hello friends, my name is Brendan from BeWillCreative.com, and today we're going to learn how to create a cool matte adventure preset for Lightroom Mobile and Lightroom Desktop. Now, although we'll be working in Lightroom Mobile today, the preset that we create will also work with Lightroom Desktop depending on where you want to edit. Now, this effect is super easy to create, and it really bases itself around creating a matte look by reducing some contrast throughout the photo. Now, rather than boring you with all of the technical jargon about it, let's hop into Lightroom Mobile and actually start editing this photo. But before we do, if you want to get access to that free preset that I mentioned earlier, there will be a card linking to that preset somewhere in this video, so make sure to follow along so you can find that card and download that preset. So to start things off, the first thing that we need to do is adjust our exposure and flatten out some of the contrast in the image. Clicking on our light adjustment, we'll start by decreasing the contrast, setting it to -20 just by tapping on the slider itself. It'll change it by 5-point increments. Next, going to the highlights, since we want to mute down the tones in this photo, we're going to decrease the highlights to -40. As for the shadows, we want to lift those up to further reduce the contrast, and we'll set those to +25. Going to the whites, we'll set that to -15. And as for the blacks, we'll set that to +15. Now you can see how we've flattened out our image and there's a little bit less contrast than what we started with, but we can make this even better using our curves adjustment. Clicking on our curves adjustment at the top corner there, we'll start by clicking on the shadows point and dragging up just till you're about midway up that corner box. This is going to give a pretty noticeable matte look, but it's the pillar point for this editing style. Now this looks super flat, so let's go and add back some contrast. Clicking in the shadows to add an anchor point and dragging down like so. And then we'll go to the midtones, drag those down a little bit as well. And then finally in the highlights, we'll click and drag that up, just so those bright areas still pop within the image. You can go ahead and fine tune this until you figure out exactly what contrast levels look good in your image. But since we're going and creating a general preset right now, I think that this is a great starting point for our image. Now, to favor some of these earthy green tones that we're also trying to create, let's first click on our green curve adjustment, and we're just gonna add a little bit of green. Clicking on the midtones, I'll drag it up just a touch to add a hint of green, and then I'll go to my blues, and then once again, click in the midtones and drag down just a touch to add a hint of yellow. And now we're finished with our curves adjustment, so we can press done. Already our photo has come a super long ways from the starting point, but we can further enhance it using the color adjustments. Clicking on our color adjustments, we'll first adjust the tint to favor a more green hue, so setting the tint to -10. Likewise, I'll set the vibrance to -10. Going to our color mix adjustment, we're going to go through a variety of colors here, starting with the oranges. For the orange, we're going to desaturate it to -15, and then we'll increase the luminance to +20. Going to our yellows, we'll set the hue to -10, the saturation to -40, and the luminance to +20. Going to our greens, we're going to change the hue to -5, the saturation to -50, and the luminance to +30. Then in the cyans, we'll just set that to -35 saturation and -20 luminance. Similarly with the blues, we're going to set that to -35 saturation and -25 luminance. Those are the only colors that we'll be adjusting with the color mix tool, so I'll press done to complete that. Now let's go to our effects option, and then we'll just increase the dehaze slider to something like +35. So that's going to just bring back a little bit of contrast into the photo. And then to darken some of the edges, we'll just set the vignette to -10. Now, if your image is looking a little bit too flat at this point, we can go back to our light adjustment and we can adjust some of the contrast values. So let's say I want to add a little bit more contrast. I could simply increase the contrast slider, bringing it more closer to center. Something like -10 looks good in this case. And now we have finished our effect. So let's look at the before and after. In our before image, we had a lot of rich contrast and rich colors, but we've gone ahead and muted all of those down in the after to create a more earthy color palette, as well as softening that contrast to give it a more adventurous and aesthetic feel. Now that we have created this effect, let's go and save it as a new preset. Scrolling down to our preset options, we're going to click on the 3 dots in the white circle, select Create Preset, and then I'll call this to Matte Adventure Preset. Since I want to keep things organized, I'll create a new preset group by clicking on User Presets, going to Create New Preset Group, and then creating a new group called Matte Adventure, and click Done. Make sure that all of your options are checked off, as mine are right here, and then go and click the check mark in the upper corner to save your preset. Now that your preset is saved, let's go and apply it onto another image. In this photo here, we once again have lots of rich colors and tons of contrast, so let's apply that preset and match the similar adventure look that we just created. Going to our preset options, clicking User Presets, and then going down to Matte Adventure Presets, clicking on the one we just created. Now in one click, we're able to apply that same look onto this photo. Now in some cases, you may not be happy with exactly how things turned out, because after all, every photo does have its own colors and exposure values, but most of the time with this type of look, you may need to adjust the exposure value after you create the preset, just because in some cases you may want parts of your photo to pop a little more than they are. In this case, I want the waterfall to pop a little bit more in the image, so I'll go to the light adjustment and then just bring up the highlights like so. And then likewise, I can increase the exposure if need be too, and then just add a little bit of contrast back into the photo like so. Now after a bit of refining, we've dialed in this same preset from before into our new image. So then rather than going through all of the steps that we did before, we can use that preset to create that base adjustment and then do the refining as necessary if it turns out that you want to adjust some things around. So now whether you followed along to this point and you created this preset for yourself manually, or you went ahead and downloaded the preset that was provided earlier, now you're left with this fun adventure matte look that you can apply to any photo. This looks especially great with images taken in the forest or that have lots of green hues. If your image doesn't have as many green hues as the ones in this tutorial, then you'll simply just have more of a muted look rather than having those earthy green tones like we have here. Overall, this is a really fun effect and another great way to stylize your images in Lightroom Mobile. Best of all, the presets that we've created here can also work on Lightroom Desktop, so you can use these same adjustments no matter where you're editing your photos. Alright, so if you enjoyed this tutorial, then make sure to hit that like button down below, as it really does make a difference. And also consider subscribing to stay up to date with more photo editing tutorials just like today. So that's all I have for you for now. Again, my name's Brennan from BeWillCreative.com, and I'll catch you back here next time for another new tutorial. See you then.